Hello and welcome to Antipode D&D, a show in which a bunch of Australians journey into the grim darkness of the far future. I am Doug, I am your game master. I am joined as ever by my players April, Kynwin, David, and Zindi. Thank you very much for bearing with us last week. As you might still hear, my voice gave out completely, and so we weren't around last week. Is that right, or did we actually meet last? We didn't meet last week.
We did not.
No,
we
we
did
just
not.
skipped it.
You teased me with saying that we might transition to a mud. I activated. I was
I
excited.
did. Yes,
But alas,
I
You
did
did
see
post
that.
that very intense.
Yep. That's the Zindy activated picture.
Yeah,
I thought that may have happened.
next time this happens, let's get you. You can deliver messages to us via a CRT. Green text on a CRT, very Warhammer style, and we'll just put that on
We'll just
your
record
camera.
the screen.
Exactly, it'll be great.
Microsoft Sam, it'll be fine.
Now in a Scuzland, and we all have to learn it.
Well, yeah, that'd be sick.
I mean, that works
That'd
too,
be
right?
awesome.
But my voice is kind of back now, which is great. All of the characters that the GM is running are going to be a little bit huskier today than normal, but otherwise we should be good to go.
They're all very stressed.
I do
They
want
are,
to
it's
smash
true.
cut
A lot
to
has
an
happened.
aberrant human that is like a husky. I think that'd be funny.
Very beautiful blue
yeah,
eyes.
a beastman somewhere on the Space Hulk with the lovely blue eyes and all that sort of stuff.
With that stare.
Yeah.
You'll draw in the romantasy, girlies, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But where we last left, our heroes had found Sergeant Baines hiding in the chapel, the crypt, the ever.
Also the library.
Oh no! Oh
Did
no!
Doug just freeze?
Busily...
Yep, he died. No, he's
Doug
back.
and April both just froze.
Oh dear. Man, my internet has been so jank lately, but apparently I've passed the torch.
Yeah, you've booted it down over to
Yeah.
that part of the world.
All day
Okay.
I've been blaming it on the sharks
I'm back.
steering on the cables.
They're back. They're back.
I'm also
They're
back.
back. Cool.
We both went.
We did not pause. We did not break. This is all live.
Okay, wonderful. So
we're testing in prod.
Turns out, not only am I sick, my internet is sick. So we are back. So far, our heroes have found Sergeant Baines. Sergeant Baines has spent the last several months of his perceived time on this Space Hulk, gathering every mirror shard he possibly can to build a giant facsimile of a Space Marine for reasons best known to him, mainly to summon one of the Emperor's perfect angels to defend him from all of the horrors of the Space Hulk that are running around. As that has been going on, you guys have experienced more or less a day between rests and things like that, maybe slightly less. You've encountered Drukhari, Dark Eldar, specifically a Beastmaster and his pets. You have ably overcome those, and Sister Anthony has a wonderful head upon her belt to show for it.
I think I've got like two now.
You did have two heads.
You did. You picked up the.
Well, one of them is the Drukhari. The other one is
yes, and you have the effectively mummified head of the former captain of the St. Anthony's Fury.
Yeah, he's my little
as well as his shiny new robe, or his shiny old robes, I should say.
Oh yeah,
which are worth a bit of money if you flog them.
And wonderfully pink.
It's true.
Beautiful.
You have also discovered that there are Iron Warriors on this ship. Chaos Space Marines.
Don't like
big,
that.
Heavy, metal-clad lads. At least one of them has a multi-melter.
Yeah.
And it looked like things were going to go very, very sideways, but for Apophis very quickly sticking the last mirror shard into Sergeant Baines's big mirror idol and summoning someone who, at the very least, has seen off the Iron Warriors at this point. And that's where we are now.
Did he shred one of them completely?
Two of them are down, and the other three have fallen back.
Okay. Because I was going to say, is it the multi-melter guy on the floor?
It is not, alas. It is two dudes with bolters. Yeah, the multi-melter is alive and well. As is the guy with the giant chain axe that you saw in the back.
Yeah, the sexiest axe we've ever seen.
Yes, quite a large
taking that
chainsaw axe in true 40k fashion.
Yep. Seeing the gold outline on that already.
But that's where we are now. So at this point, you're still inside the chapel. One of the walls has basically completely been melted through by that multi-melter incursion. All of the cherubs immediately erupted into Iron Within, Iron Without, monotonous droning when the Iron Warriors showed up. That
Mhm.
has since kind of filtered back into Vox Static. And you are now standing effectively in the middle of a chapel. It is a fairly standard looking chapel. There's lots of Gothic arches all over the place, and basically
Skulls.
sort of towards the end of the where the altar would be and the pulpit and that sort of thing, there is a large statue of a woman in some kind of armor wielding some kind of large pig-faced hammer with large wings and a ponytail sort of fluttering in the wind behind her.
Cousin again.
And a dog.
A hunting mastiff running alongside her, indeed.
What a coincidence.
Alas, as you look at it, there's been a little bit of damage from time in the warp. There's some like drapery has fallen around it. If you think about it in terms of like, alien or something like that, there's some strangely nondescript, vaguely semi-transparent tarp that's just kind of hanging around, that's dangling from the ceiling and covering some stuff.
Blowing in. There isn't a wind in here, but it is blowing.
Yeah, it is kind of
eerily.
gently moving, all that sort of
Like
stuff.
load-bearing
wet
tarp.
right?
Wet
Yeah.
chains and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
He's fine, don't worry. How away have the Iron Warriors?
Not
a great
far
question.
enough.
Yeah, like, are they just kicking back to make their little sandcastles and then they're gonna keep shooting us? Like, we should probably do that too.
It's probably a bad idea to follow them. I'll say that.
They're not gonna stop coming for us.
Yes, but if they're falling back, they might have a trench.
My question is, like, how far back have they fallen?
Neve is checking her auspex.
Yes, good. If only one of you had some kind of technology to check within 50 meters whether there are Iron Warriors. So you may remember a tight tactical wedge was moving on your position.
Yes.
A giant hole in the wall. Can I see with my
and
eyes?
now there's an arrow in the opposite direction, right?
Yeah, there's definitely none in the... So, Apophis, are you sticking your head out of the ruined hole to check the hallway?
No, I'm looking with my eyes from where I am.
They haven't fallen back into the hallway. They're definitely further back than that. Neve, as you're checking your auspex, you catch just the tail end of a couple of rather large returns moving outside that 50-meter range. So they have definitely fallen back.
Did you say horse specs?
No.
Is this going into my, like, Warhammer
Nay.
Body crossover and the Emperor of Mankind has a horse specs?
Can we play that next?
I've been looking at Homestuck stuff today, so the Maple Hoof stuff is also
A lot of horse today. A lot of horsing around today. Anyway, continue.
I'm detecting a lot of horse content. No, my voice is the only thing that's horse in this particular circumstance. And so the auspex is for now clear, as clear as it can be in a Space Hulk. There's still those odd sensor pings which you're now getting used to as like something moving or settling or like a section of rubble giving way or those sorts of things, but nothing is actively moving towards you at the moment.
Righty.
The other main feature of this room that has caught your eye after all of that is the guy who is at least a third again as wide as Apophis and like head and shoulders taller than Apophis.
Oh, so he's huge.
In the large
he's the one
pink
with the sick
refrigerator.
Yeah, the leopard print and the tiger stripes and the zebra stripes.
Every animal you can think of is on there.
Yeah, and the ladies fighting on his chest plate.
That's right.
Yes.
It's very safe for work.
Incredibly safe for work. Space Marine is what we've got here. Absolutely. His kneecaps are exuding brain toxins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is greet Olin.
Cousin, a pleasure to see you.
Where have you been? I've been trying to call you.
So yes, Apophis has quite correctly identified this is Olin Ketoptric. Are you going to introduce me to your serfs?
Right.
Smurfs.
Everyone, this is Ketoptric. He is the Lord of Mirrors, the sorcerer of the Dissonance, a ship belonging to the Emperor's children.
Yes.
Hi.
There is a gleam in his chromed eyes as he sort of looks at all of you and says, "Interesting. Since when do you have a retinue, cousin?"
It's a long story.
And what are you doing here? Last my girls said you were hundreds of years in the past and 2 sectors away.
Ugh. Are you aware of the Necron Overlord? Trazen. Sorry, I forgot his name. I was like,
are you gonna name drop him or just the Necron Overlord? You
I
know
was
who
like,
it
Imitech? No.
That
Imitech?
Italian guy.
No.
is. You
Trazen.
crazy bugger.
Trazen the Infinite.
At the mention of Trazen's name, Olin's warped features crack into a bit of a smile and he says, the Lord Apothecary has many running battles with him.
That dickhead.
Right. What with collections? So he collected us. It's not funny.
Sorry,
Ganondorf,
continue.
Full Ganondorf belly laugh. Absolutely.
seriously.
Just-
Anyway, I don't know how long the others were in their stasis for, but I was in there for not very long. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't know if we actually figured out anything.
I'm also thinking. I don't think I was. Yes, and then we broke free.
Doesn't matter. You could just
which-
tell him that you weren't.
It doesn't matter. We broke free. The stasis failed on purpose, and now Trazen is using us as entertainment. We are going around collecting artifacts for his museum world.
It's quite fun.
Oh, right. This is Sister Anthony,
Hello.
Can't.
and hi. Oh, this is Paquette. Look, I got a cat.
Oh, look at you.
And this is Neve and Gretchen.
Kind of semi-salute. Big guy. Okay.
Can he even see the 2 littlest ones?
I don't think he can see, like, I think his bever's in the way.
There is the grinding of armor at the waist as he has to pivot to try and catch the mortals.
Like, he probably doesn't need us on visual. He can probably get us on other levels.
Just got
Yes.
an eyeball in his knuckle.
Describe them to me.
He looks at you, Gretchen, and kind of his eyes move off you reasonably quickly. You are a guardsman.
Yep.
He's seen millions of them in his
Lots
time.
of those. Rough
Neve,
plenty.
as he looks at you, he says, "My girls know you."
Oh.
Kill the girls.
How
Just-
exciting!
Just imagine him with a
his
shapely but
tits?
like bald and 16 tits and crab claws on either side, under each arm. That's his girls, kind of thing.
Neve, who
Yeah.
have you been speaking to?
Neve says, okay, a lot to unpack there. Who are the girls, and how do they know me?
You spoke to one of my girls in your dreams.
Oh.
Oh, so you have been communicating with demons, Neve.
She's how I know that you've been adventuring in the past, cousin.
Makes sense.
For the record, I was still not, at the time, I was still not entirely convinced that demons were real.
Spy.
Excellent. Well,
My opinion has since changed.
One would hope.
since
Certain
we're
events
here,
have provoked certain recalibrations.
Yeah.
Katoptra kind of straightens himself back up again,
We
looks
disappeared
around and
just for a
says,
breastplate.
We cease to exist.
"So where have I... What did your horror do to me, cousin?
I don't know. What did he do to you? What's the
Last
matter?
I knew, I was on a craft world hunting for soul stones.
You are still, in fact, on that craft world, just in a different section of an Imperial ship. Sent
Yeah,
to
Olin
Anthony's
is
Fury.
very obviously looking at the ship and like doing the head tilt that's like, this is not a craft world. Don't lie to me, cousin.
I forgot the name of the haunted house we're on.
Wrath of Ruin.
Lanamaish?
Lanamaish is the
Lanamaish.
old craft world,
Yeah.
yes.
Lanamaish. It's a Space Hulk cousin, Lanamaish. Long since lost to the warp and has appeared back in real space. Who knows when?
Interesting. That wasn't the craft world I was on.
Ooh.
A different craft world.
Interesting. Well, I'm here now.
Where did Jig find you?
Jit and Gert in your braziers on your back, again alternating their words because they're basically one soul split into quarters at this point. We found him on Eandon.
Eandon?
Yes.
Okay. You're on a completely different craft.
If anyone wants to roll Scholar to know what Craftworld Eandon is, please feel free to. It'll be difficulty 5.
Sure, why not?
Christian has no chance.
Let's roll a
so
die.
she's
Let's
not
see what
even gonna
happens.
Try.
And bad things happen.
DN5 Scholar.
That's not that bad. I mean, you are gonna like fart some bats.
Yeah. That's Tuesday.
Cool. You absolutely
on a Space Hulk? That's nothing.
You absolutely get it. You get a Wrath Critical as well, which is great.
Fuck.
And 2 shifts. So speed, more knowledge.
You know
whatever
the
you
fuck
want,
out
really.
of
About it
this.
really fast. Sure, I've heard of that place before, probably.
Yes, Craftworld Eandon is one of the active Eldar craft worlds in the galaxy in modern times. They're one of the ones who escaped the catastrophe that was the birth of Slaanesh and the collapse of Eldar civilization. Only to then roll into the catastrophe of the Tyranids. So they are a
Those
craft
guys!
world who effectively got hit by a Tyranid swarm sort of, thousands of years after they'd escaped the collapse of their civilization, but they were kind of steadily trying to rebuild and get back on their feet after the collapse of, all of their homeworlds.
That's what you
When
call ironic.
Is that where the
a
Doom is
Tyranid
from?
swarm slammed into them. No, that's specifically Craftworld Malantai.
God damn it.
That's another craft world that basically got completely eaten
Fuck
by
up
that
my
one vehicle.
Let's
By that
go
one
Tyranid.
Tyranid,
They don't
sorry.
get a break, do they?
But Craftworld Eandon is now one of the Soulstone heaviest craft worlds in the galaxy because so many Eldar died defending the craft world from the Tyranids that now so many of them are just in Soulstones. Which means that for a Slaaneshi warband, someone like a group who worships Slaanesh who loves to eat Eldar souls, it's a really rich target. The downside is all of those soul stones are largely installed into Wraith Guard and Wraith Lords, which are effectively constructs that are piloted by the souls of dead Eldar, and they're armed with small black hole guns.
Yeah,
So
Eldar Gundam
they're not
over there.
defenseless.
Hang on.
Work for your food on
Also,
those
they've
ones.
all been through a Tyranid digestive tract, and that's just
Yeah, that's it,
nasty.
right? So they are also all combat veterans at this point.
They're all poop.
They're upset.
Tell me, are the guns small, or do they produce small black holes? If so, how?
What a great
40K,
question. They're
sir.
technically they're
40K.
called distortion weapons. They're
beyond-
D cannons.
This is
More
so
like-
beyond like human understanding. Their technology is like 10 trillion years above ours.
Yeah, they watched us crawl from the slime.
Quite literally. I mean, they call us, stupid slug idiots and monkey and stuff.
Yeah, monkey. It is amusing that everybody else in the galaxy has a monkey-related name for us.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
They said those damn dirty apes, and they do. mean us.
The Tau call us the gorillas.
Yes. Good catch. Yes, the Goyla.
Yup.
Yes. So that is Craftworld Eandon. So if Katotric was over there, he was largely probably soulstone hunting.
If you are in need
Sticking
of a
them up
soulstone-
his nose.
Yeah. I have one if you need a snack. I was going to give it to Caleb, but you can have it.
Do you now?
Ping it over.
His eyes are chrome, so they are always lit up, but they particularly light up.
Really
There's
sparkly.
like a little twinkle.
Yep.
Yep.
Sound of 3 boners going up at once.
Cool.
Like
So
I do a little coin toss of.
that is going to be corruption points because that is a naughty thing to do.
Not naughty if you're not an Eldari.
So please go ahead and take D6 corruption.
If the boss don't know, the boss don't mind.
D6.
Yes. Roll
Let's
one
roll a
D6, please. Mhm.
Okay, I know we've done this so many times. R//
/R
/R.
space 1d6.
Okay, thank you. I always do it like Reddit.
I got you.
1. Oh.
You pick up 1 corruption
Aw.
point. Good news, as discussed pre-game, that is sufficient to put you to maximum corruption for Wrath and Glory.
Yay!
So we will resolve that in a moment. But
Do that
Olin
later.
catches the soul stone that you present to him in his bare hand, his left hand, and sinks a chrome painted fingernail that has been sharpened to a razor's edge into the crystal of it until it starts to give and crack.
Does it
And
scream?
as it cracks, there's not particularly a scream. It's nothing quite so, cinematic as that. But there is definitely a vapor that disappears into Catoptric's nostrils as he breathes in.
Yep.
And you see that his slightly unhealthy, pallid flesh gets a little bit more color to it. And he starts to regain something of his strength.
Gretchen in the background. Snort those things.
Yes.
You can, yes. It's, I don't recommend it as a first try, but
You'll be delighted to know that Gretchen is one of the chem dogs.
wonderful.
Semi-salute. Yep, that me.
You fight well. Do you have a stack of friends on?
She kind of pats down her pockets. Yeah, boss.
You're likely to need that if A, we're on a Space Hulk, and B, we're near Iron Warriors.
That's why I packed it, sir.
Wonderful. Speaking of, I suspect we might need some more help.
You're alone? Did you summon someone else?
Cousin, can I... Oh, cousin, I almost completely forgot. Your spell worked. All of your equipment that your father
What's up?
stripped from you,
What's up?
it came to the dissonance.
Oh, wonderful! You have it then.
No,
So,
where are the
here's the
pants?
fun part. I have some of it. So, your stuff arrived on the dissonance, but not all in the same place on the dissonance. Some of it is deep in the lower decks. Some of it is regrettably in the Lord Apothecary's collection, and you're going to have to try and convince him to let go of it.
Some of it didn't have flared bases.
Yes.
No, it's going places.
Some of it.
No.
Some of it has disappeared into the orchestra pit, and you are going to have to go in for that as well.
Oh
My
boy,
spell
this
was
adventure
perfect.
is
What
going to
happened?
be amazing.
This is your fault. This is your
My
damn
fault?
fuzzy portals. Your magic is awful.
Fuzzy portals. Don't buy him a drink first.
If you don't want my help, I'll just leave. That's fine.
Oh, can you do that?
I do need your power axe to do that, cousin.
Okay, well, you can't have it, so.
No.
Damn. Let me summon help then. Cousin, I'm going to need your power axe.
Fine. I will hand in my power axe.
Wonderful.
Bye.
Olin breaks the power axe in his hands, basically just with sheer force. Like he plants his staff, cracks the power axe, and then via warp magic summons or sucks all of the quicksilver out of it. Given that it's a force axe, it's psychically active. There are a whole bunch of psychoactive elements in there, including quicksilver. He pulls all of that out of there and now has a liquid pool of shiny reflective metal.
If you listen really
Madness
carefully,
metal.
you can hear a tiny violin playing. Because that was my force axe.
And what he
You're gonna get your
does
stick back.
is manipulate his pool of quicksilver into a large disc about the size of him, actually. Not quite a Pova, slightly larger than him.
Oh, yeah.
And he looks into it, sees himself in the mirror. If you guys look into it, actually, does anyone look into the mirror? Are you brave enough
I ain't
to
looking
gaze?
in that shit. No, thank you.
Oh yeah, Sister
I'm
Anthony
straight
will
ahead, I know
absolutely
what's
look
up.
in there.
Yeah, girl, get it. I've seen one.
Can I
It's
have
another mirror.
a
She's having fun.
difficulty, let's say 3 conviction check from anyone who's going to look into the mirror?
Oh, yeah.
Conviction. Where's that at?
I know my pay grade, and it's not look in the freaky mirror that guy just summoned.
And it'll be corruption tests, not mutation.
Yes, if I suspect all of your characters are preoccupied with a very large man among you, but Neve is sort of slumped on the floor now, conscious of the fact that she's now in the company of someone who would, without a second's thought, consume her new friend.
Yes.
My DN got bumped up to 5, so I failed.
Oh no.
Gonna use the sparkle point?
We do got plenty of points.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're hurt and because you're standing next to Apophis, who makes everybody's corruption checks hard.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's
Wait, do you
okay.
want to
Very
fail?
Use a
want to
glory.
fail?
I
Or-
don't
or
mind.
you could-
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You have gained 2 corruption. The good news is there's nothing else that happens as a result of that 1 on the Wrath complication, except that it doubles out the corruption points you got. So as you
Oh,
look,
so did I just gain 4 corruption?
No, I think it's automatically doubled.
Okay.
So that's fine.
It doesn't
it's
automatically
added...
add to my total, though, does it?
Oh, does it not? Add
Oh, does
2
it?
then.
Oh, yeah, no, it does.
It does?
I think it's
Excellent.
gone up to 8. I don't think it was 8
Yes.
before.
I don't think it was before either, so that's fine. We've got that sorted. As you look into the portal, Apophis was right. It is a bit fuzzy. Hard to describe to anyone who hasn't looked at it, but there's like a vagueness to the edge of this portal that is difficult to wrap your head around. Almost like a kind of vaguely Event Horizon, like not the movie Event Horizon,
guys
but
know about
vaguely like
black holes?
whole Event Horizon.
Black holes are supposed to have a
Spaghetti.
potentially fuzzy surface. It's hard to explain, but
I see.
that's what his portals are like when they shouldn't be.
They should be much cleaner than that. However, you don't have too much time to ponder this because an object is hurtling through this portal at great speed. You all managed to get out of the way. I'm not going to make you roll athletics or anything to dodge it. It is a body. It is a white armored body with pink tips on jagged armor plates. You all instantly recognize this as Drukhari armor. The same kind of Drukhari that you have been fighting basically on this ship the whole time, on Lanamayash. You've seen it basically on the Beastmaster and maybe a little bit on the Mandrakes if they were wearing any armor, or the Mandrake if he was wearing any armor, but I don't think he was.
He's got cloaks and shit going on.
He's mostly cloaks, yeah. So the Beastmaster's armor is the thing that is most...
Yeah,
his armor is most
Orcomantis.
reminiscent of. But where the Beastmaster had an unhelmeted head and a little bit more accoutrement to his armor, this is very stock standard. This is clearly a basic infantryman of the Drukhari. The other thing you notice is that their chest cavity is completely caved in with a giant boot print. And stepping through the portal are 2 creatures that are slightly thinner than Apophis this time, but about as tall as Katoptric. So they are tall, slender beings. Both of them are wearing the same kind of armor as Katoptric. They've got the same pink and black kind of colors. No leopard print or anything like that on them this time. Their armor is quartered, so where one section is pink with black trim, the next section is black with pink trim. That is reversed for each of them, so they look like a matched pair.
Oh, Tweedledum, Tweedledee.
What also makes them look like a matched pair is that they look like they at some point had identical faces. But now one of them is split by a jaw that's a little bit too wide, and the other is enlarged or is kind of distorted by an enlarged olfactory kind of suite built into the front of their head. So there is a slight sort of puffiness of the cheeks where extra sniffing space has been added.
You get more cocaine in like that.
Yeah, and so then they've walked through. One of them is carrying a vaguely familiar blade. It is about as tall as Apophis. It is...
Oh man, that one that we found in the...
Indeed.
Stop using me as a measurement.
Sorry. It is indeed a nice refractive surface.
Smoot.
Shy is for a space marine.
White with those kind of pastel kind of reflections in it. And one of them, and they both walk through, and the first one says, "Brother, why have you summoned us here?" And the other then picks up the conversation and says, "We were so entertaining ourselves."
Oh dear.
Twins. We brought the twins here.
Yes. So once again, Apophis, you recognize these guys. These are the twins, Joy and Rapture. And they turn around at the sound of your voice and say, "Cousin, why are you here?"
Hello, cousins. Long story. I have been press ganged into service by Necron Overlord.
I love they all get a good chortle out of this.
They all got to do that.
Cousin, you're going to need this. And Rapture reaches behind him and pulls out a weapon.
Weapon.
A very familiar weapon to you. It is
My shit!
It is effectively a force axe except it is your force axe. It is one of your Kopesh blades. So it's still got the same stats as a force axe, but it is now your force axe actually, not the one you picked up in Trazen's vault.
Hell yeah!
Sexy,
my
pretty
God.
curvy.
Now, have you seen my sword, cousin?
Oh, actually, I think we have. Were you trouncing around
Have we?
here, shoving them into soul stones?
That's where I left it, brother. Of course, brother. You get distracted so easily.
A few clicks in a chapel.
Hmm.
Where was it? It was a
Yeah,
chapel,
no.
right? No, it was a wayside. One of the wayside got. It was a chapel.
Yeah, it was
whose was that?
just before
Oh,
Beastmaster
near the
showed up.
amphitheater full of zombies.
That one.
Interesting. We've been all over since then, brother. We have. You should really go back and get that at some point.
There's a
Sorry,
lot of
would've-
bad shit back there.
I love that stuff. Don't worry about them. I would have picked it up for you,
Oh.
but the sword is possessed. So
Yes, of course it is. It's one of ours.
exactly why I didn't touch it.
Good call, cousin. We have the presence of mind to resist possession, but over an extended
Yes.
period of time, everybody succumbs in some way.
Oh dear.
Now,
They
brother,
probably have first name basis with the possession, really.
So
Lord
they're
Esoterus, why are we here?
blades, right?
They
twins?
are swordsmen of the Emperor's
their whole
children.
thing
No
is
psychic
that
power. It's just blades.
Who's the ones who were like, demons don't possess me because you're not good enough?
It's them.
That's
So the
them,
whole
yeah.
thing behind the Emperor's Children Flawless Blades is that they believe themselves the pinnacle of swordsmanship. They are perfection made manifest. Why would I let a demon possess me?
Better.
I'm better
And I
at
think-
swords than it. So clearly.
I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
that's just a really good attitude to have.
Better than it, so whatever. It can get in the sword and it can help me that way, but it's not possessing me anytime soon. Wonderful. So, Lord Esoterist, why have we been summoned?
There are iron warriors afoot, cousins.
Can Gretchen still hear the chanting?
As you tilt your head, yes, in the back of your head.
Hmm. Sounds of chemdog gruntlement.
So the Iron Warriors are definitely not giving up the chase at all at this point, but they have withdrawn for now. Katopric and the twins kind of settle into a bit of conversation about what's been going on. Both of them are surprised to see him on this Space Hulk. They thought he was a while away. But, you know, they take things in their stride. Speaking of stride, you notice that they're also both wearing combat heels.
That's part of the elegance.
Some of that height is not, in fact, natural height. They have, you know, some not quite combat stilettos, but definitely heels to their armor to enhance the curve of their thighs and shins.
Calves.
As you
Calves.
do.
So,
Calves, that's the one I'm looking for. Sorry, yes.
Yeah. The only other
Yes.
one.
Yeah, the other one that I
That's
missed.
the sexy lower bit.
Yeah, exactly. But they're now settling into kind of what to do about the Iron Warriors problem. Busy having a bit of a chat about that. You guys have a little bit of time to check other things. Is there anything else you want to do in this room while?
Well, the
you've kind of got some
library
time?
was also here.
It was.
There was also, is that in this room? There was also like the teleportarium.
I think the
So the
library
teleportarium
was
is definitely a place to
below,
go to.
but
The library
teleporarium
is sort of here. There are books along the walls that are kind
Oh,
of
cool.
the archive of St. Anthony's Fury.
Let's
Any
should we
good
have
reading?
Yeah. Can I try and find some info on St. Anthony? St. Anthony, full stop.
Anyone who would like to review the books, by all means, please go ahead and make a scholar check. I think scholar's probably the right one. Because investigation maybe, but it's mostly about actually accessing the history that's in here. So we'll make it a scholar check. Let's make it... I'm not going to put a DN on it, but depending on what you roll, let's say we'll set it at DN3, but whatever you roll, we'll then figure out kind of what happens from there. Okay. Neve, are you having a look at the library, or are you kind of hanging out?
No.
Yeah, cool. Sister Anthony,
Yes.
there's definitely books here.
Mm.
Ah, yes.
Yep, that's
Some
many-
of them
books.
have some of them have titles.
So they
Oh,
have
look,
pictures? How can you read these? There's no pictures.
There's no pictures.
Despite the fact that there were pictures in the opening number.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes,
now,
these
Neve,
do appear to be volumes of little words.
Neve feels it's very important now to protect Shimmer from the people who would eat her. So she is actually almost trying to sort of fade into the squaddies at this point and just
Yes.
be another trooper.
We will pick that up in a moment as well then. So, Apophis, you definitely succeed with a couple of shifts possible. So as you're looking through the material, you do find some information about the history of Sister Anthony.
The person or the ship? I'm looking for the
Or
person.
sorry, of Saint Anthony.
Yeah.
You definitely you don't find much about the history of the ship St. Anthony's Fury. It's sort
Don't
of
care for that.
service history. Seems like it would probably be more likely somewhere in the logs, ship's log somewhere. This is more about the history of the saint after whom the ship
That's
is
what I'm after.
named.
Yep. Go.
Cool. So you get a little bit of a lore dump, basically. You
Wanna have a
get.
cup of tea before you do that, Lord Dump?
Sorry.
I said, did you want to have a cup of tea before that Lord Dump?
Ah, yes, always a good idea. But I'm not going to make too much of that lore dump, role played. But you
Oh,
do read
okay.
the history of St. Anthony.
Bullet points.
Exactly right. Basically, what you read is St. Anthony was raised in a Schola Preganium, like any Sister of Battle would have been,
Okay.
joined the Order of Our Martyred Lady, became a sister of some notoriety as part of that order militant, and then went on to do great and good things, but largely unremarkable until her Schola Preganium homeworld came under attack again by forces unknown.
Interesting.
At that point, it is noted that her zeal and fury was instrumental in turning the tide against whatever enemy had been there.
Okay.
Described
Okay, that's-
exclusively in these books as the foe.
Yeah. Okay. So chaos.
Capital T, capital F.
Uh-huh. Tough
Well,
down.
that ruled
Um,
out Willem
and-
at least.
Yeah, that's it, right? Not Willem de Friend, alas.
No.
But her and her hound were the linchpin of the defense of that world, and reclaimed it for the Emperor.
Mhm.
Shortly after all record of her disappears, the books claim that the Emperor took her into his light at that point, and she was never seen again, and therefore canonized.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of where the history of Saint Anthony ends.
Hmm.
Sister, does
So-
any of
so-
this sound
so
familiar?
not even martyred, just we don't know where she are.
Yep.
Sure, we don't know where she is.
Hmm. Well, we know where she is. but
Remember
I
any
don't
of
trust
that?
her.
I'll see if
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, let's make it a DN. What's your
It's like
roll
minus-
1d6, and we'll see what happens. We'll
Oh,
basically roll
great.
your wrath die, and we'll see if anything sort of shakes loose in your head.
So it's /R and then
Yep,
space
and then a
1d6.
space. Yes. Correcto.
3.
3. None of it really rings a bell beyond vague, like, yes, I was a Sister of Battle, yes, I fought. Whatever else is happening there is either still in your future or hasn't shaken loose from your head yet.
I remember the school. And that's all she will say.
Okay.
Just like,
She told
I
that
went
story
to
about the
school.
dickhead that she kicked the ass off.
yes. That is, yeah, that's it. I was very
Alright.
good at fighting. Seems to be a trait of sisters in general.
They are quite good at battle.
Mm-hmm. It's in the
Being
name.
sisters of it. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
seems to be
Mhm.
somewhat inspired their whole deal.
Okay. A mystery yet remains, but we'll figure it out.
I do wonder
Wonderful.
whose foe was.
Oh, well, usually if it's written like that, it typically means forces of chaos.
Oh.
That or everyone else.
Yeah,
So-
look, it could have been
Well-
orcs. Could have been. I feel like if it was orcs, they would have said that. Humans love fighting orcs.
I mean, we're pretty similar.
Yeah. Typically it
So-
means forces of chaos.
I see.
The other thing that you find as you're searching Apophis is it's not really a restricted section because it's not like anything in this library is a restricted section,
Uh-huh.
but you do find a bit where all the books are upside down.
Well, Gretchen can't look at those.
Gretchen,
Off
turn
limits.
away.
Yeah, absolutely not reading those.
I would like to read the upside down books. I will turn them around.
I'm going to say roll for athletics.
As you flick through them, you determine that these are no particular like earth-shattering revelations for you, given your experience of chaos. However, for someone who has grown up and only has experience of the Imperium, these would be considered apocryphal liturgies, which is in fact an item in this game which you can give to someone. Basically, a character with the Imperium keyword who reads this book may choose to acquire the Forbidden Knowledge talent, which gives you insight into something else that you shouldn't know.
Wants to learn about demons.
That's heresy.
Gretchen, do you want
Tickles.
your world turned upside down? I think you know all of this anyway.
Listen, I know not to read stuff as what's upside down. That's for the commissar's eyes only.
Good girl. Neve, what about you? Up for some forbidden knowledge?
Would you like to
That
read
purpose turns the
demon
book
scripts?
so it's the right way up. Ah, magic! Ah, magic!
You just look for Neve, and Neve is like as far away as possible.
It's Neve is sort of not quite hiding in the shadows, but
Still trying
slinking.
not
But
to be perceived, yeah.
Neve
she
is
will.
whistling.
Yeah, she will look at Apophis and an expression of, "Huh, maybe," comes across her face. But she then sort of looks at the big guys again and looks back at Apophis and is trying to communicate, can we talk about this later?
You know, we have Vox, right? You can just talk to me.
Wouldn't they overhear it? Don't you have to
She's-
speak out loud? to
Look, man,
Vox?
I don't think Apophis, I don't think Olan ever fucking listens to his Vox, otherwise I would have just called him. But no, he had to make a grand entrance with a fucking mirror.
Neve is...
Wait, didn't you crush your Vox?
No, she
No,
crushed
I
a
crushed
No,
the
scarab.
different one.
Yeah.
The Vox
Alright,
is the
yeah.
human one. The Scarab is the Necron one.
Yeah, Neve was
Right,
about
right.
to use the scarab, but then remembered that there was no point.
Neve, as you're kind of having this conversation with Apophis and he's presenting the book to you, as he rotates the book the right way around in suitably dramatic fashion, you notice wings have erupted from his back. Apophis has gained
He's offering
beautiful
you
plumage.
forbidden knowledge, and he's got
And
sparkly wings.
as
going.
that happens, the talons of his clawed feet grow sharper and longer.
He's tempting you,
Um,
man.
Apophis,
Yeah.
to pay off the extra corruption point you picked up earlier, you have
Oh, sick.
gained wings, weirdling, and horn, spines, fangs, or claws.
Oh, sick!
You also
Wait.
get 2 more mutations that you have to roll for.
All of her favorite things.
Yes.
So
So what's
please
weirdly?
roll. Weirdling is you get an extra minor psychic power for free.
Ah. Magic spell.
Can you please roll a d66 for me?
Slash.
And we'll figure out your 2 extras.
On eyeballs. 49.
49's a nice number.
Is indeed an excess of eyeballs.
Hey!
Dream.
That goes on the potential episode title, shortlist.
Your
And
body
excess
is
of eyeballs. Yep.
covered
Very
in
good.
eyes that frequently blink and are intensely observant.
Oh,
In
be
many
not
cases, clusters of eyes
afraid.
may replace other orifices entirely.
I've got no nipples. I've got eyeballs.
Mm.
Oh, finally.
So you gain +2 awareness. Your passive awareness increases by 3. You gain +2 defense because you're harder to sneak up on. But your strange visage causes a minimum +2 difficulty to any social interaction tests against non-chaos or with non-chaos folk. So we'll add that in a moment too. But could you roll
Yes,
one
anyway.
more d66 for me because we've got to do
One
2
more.
mutations.
Can I roll that again? No.
So also, Apophis has erupted into eyeballs as he's presenting you this forbidden knowledge.
We are getting well biblically accurate here.
Mhm,
I'm a
mhm.
biblically accurate, but one of his angels. 39.
Interesting. 39, you say?
39, 39. I don't know the bingo call.
I don't think you want that one. Do you want to go up one or down one?
Yeah.
Oh god, what was it? I will go up or down. I'll go up.
Yeah. We'll go up. So that what you rolled was flesh metal, which is basically you bond with your armor and you can never take it off again.
Oh,
No, I mean that's just half of all Chaos Space Marines anyway.
yeah.
Yes.
But no one
So
will see my
instead,
eyeballs.
yeah, exactly right. So instead, what you have picked up is corrosive bile. Your blood has turned toxic.
Oh man,
Um,
you alien.
Anytime you suffer a wound, the injury sprays out in an arc of poisonous and corrosive fluid.
Hey,
You may
that's
also
so
choose to
cool.
vomit up this nightmarish spew upon all characters within a 2-meter radius.
Mm.
The substance violates any understanding of physiology, making medical treatment extremely difficult. So you basically
Oh,
get a corrosive
hell
bile
yeah.
attack. You're harder to
God.
medicate if someone tries to heal you.
Fair enough.
And anytime you suffer bleeding, you just bleed acid, effectively.
There are quite a few reasons not to stand very close to you now.
Yeah.
So I guess, Neve, you don't see the acid blood take effect, but you do see that Apophis seems to have
Yes.
gained some demonic energy.
So, Apophis, I don't know whether Apophis is aware of these mutations happening as they happen. So, Apophis's first inkling might be when Neve is, trying to communicate via facial expressions, and that expression just transitions to horror, fear, surprise, curiosity, and then just a
Did your
kind of
nostrils just blink?
It's like a real kombucha lady facial expression journey.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then just slumps into okay. So this is where we are now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just like horrified acceptance from the crowd.
Wonderful. Okay.
Have Anthony and Gretchen
now-
noticed this yet?
Look,
Great
Gretchen is-
question. I mean, Anthony, you're looking at books with Apophis, so I assume you noticed something.
We just had a moment. Would you like to learn about demons?
You smell kind of strange all of a sudden.
Hey, what do you mean?
Yeah, you just smell a bit acidic.
Sulfurous?
You smell like battery acid.
How you say le battery?
Yes, say
You
it.
have got le battery. You have gotten quite tangy.
Okay. I don't think Apophis is fully aware of what's happening.
Sister Anthony has been come over with a sudden impulse to lick Apophis.
That's a terrible, terrible idea. The only worst people to lick the other
I don't
lads
know
that have
what
just
would be
been in.
worse. Yeah. I think if you licked me, you wouldn't die. If you licked them, you would.
You might just get mad fucking high though.
Just wants
That
a
is-
little zap.
They are like
Yeah.
licking toads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm definitely
Life in-
licking a battery, putting your tongue on
Life
the
in
end
your
of double A.
hands, life in your hands, but it could be fun
It could be
if
fun.
you roll well.
Corn's in it for a laugh.
I mean,
You
he
could do
is
it.
having a good time as long as there's blood.
Yeah, he doesn't care from where the glitter flows, only that it sparkles. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm sure that's how
Cool.
the adage goes. Yeah, you're
So,
right.
Yeah.
Anthony
I
remains
will.
covered in gore, but
Yeah, true.
She does.
The
It's true.
worst people to be touching books right now.
She's
Honestly.
basically going to end up with Sergei's apron,
mm,
I
mhm.
reckon.
The
More or
ponytail is
less.
full of unspeakables.
Yep. She's wet slap if she ponytail slaps you.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's just like an unclean paintbrush.
Oh, yep. A
Ugh.
splop.
It's
so
starting to get
awful.
really
The thought of
stiff.
a wet ponytail slapping you in mid-fight is just the worst thing I can think
Yeah.
of.
I mean, I do occasionally wet ponytail slap Ramble if I happen to have wet hair and he's
times.
and he's trying to do an affection and I just kind of go that.
What?
You got close enough. It's your fault.
Neve,
It's our inner
you've
scorpions.
Mm.
exactly. Get over. Yeah.
It's my nature.
Neve, you've been trying to sort of sequester yourself amongst the regulars. Queenie is surprisingly unperturbed by everything that's been going on. In fact, she is now kind of sharpening her Catechin fang and kind of eyeing up Apophis a little bit. Figuring out what cuts she can take.
I was gonna say he would make a pretty fancy trophy at this point.
Yeah. Having said that, Helena, your Vitrian Dragoon, is still in a reasonably rough shape after Katoptric stole all of her glass shards and shredded her back in the process.
I
Sergeant
don't need to pick the
Baines.
blame, but glass shard armor, not great.
Sergeant Baines has also kind of lapsed into a little bit of like a hypo responsive kind of pattern where he's just sitting
Poor guy's
quietly
tired.
rocking to himself. He
He's
is kind
very
of done.
tired.
The only one who seems to have their wits about them is Dyatlov, and that's only because Dyatlov's rifle is pointed at the ceiling and he can't see Apophis at the moment. But he does kind of sense that you're near and says, Neve, is that you?
Yeah, right next to you.
Wonderful. Look, this has gone poorly for us. The squad is not going to be much more use to you, and unless I get Elena and the sergeant back to the Queen soon, they're going to suffer severely for being in here. Queenie would be fine, but I think I should take her too. She's...
For my safety.
She would be fine, but other problems.
Yes.
She is making plans.
She's gonna eat me.
She's gonna wear you as a hat, Monster Hunter style.
Scared of her. Get her out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, she could take you, man.
I would like to come back to this conversation after the break, which we don't need to take straight away, because I want time to think about whether Neve is going to offer to go with them and split the party.
Interesting.
I need to think about that.
Yep.
I don't want to just commit now, so let's come back to that.
That being the case, then
to a break.
I was going to say we will go to the break shortly. You are about to respond to Dyatlov with whatever answer you decide you're going to take, when the cherubs erupt into noise again. Fortunately, it's not iron within, iron without this time.
Oh, okay. Cool.
What you hear is, "Attention, Imperial vessels. This is Admiral Thunderlane of the Viola Defense Fleet. You have entered tower space without permission and must withdraw or be destroyed." And that's where we're going to take our break.
Hey.
So don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back. And we're back. Our party resumes with basically the Tower Interdiction Fleet having arrived. Admiral Thunderlane has stepped in to announce themselves and to declare that basically the humans have to vacate tower space.
Oh, I see.
Okay, well, last time I checked, it was us who was made in the image of the God Emperor. So
there's a response from the Queen of White Lies. "Attention, Tower Ship. This is the Queen of White Lies. This is First Officer Dolphig. We were unaware of any infractions. We would love the opportunity to sit down together and discuss exactly the best way to handle this going forwards." Immediately there's a reply. Monarch of meaningless deceptions, this is irrelevant. You have sent your vassal creatures to attack our ships without warning or provocation. We have destroyed those ships and captured your mercenary
Whoa.
leader.
Whoa, they are our orcs.
These aren't our vassals.
You have detonated an explosive device on several decks of our ships, leading to several deaths.
All right, well, maybe that
nice.
one was us.
No, that was
Oh,
Jim.
yeah,
That wasn't
okay,
us.
no, we
Yeah.
might have just
That
done
was the
that,
forces
yeah.
of chaos did that one, not us.
And, in addition, finally, no watercaster diplomat has been assigned to this fleet, and so there is no scope for negotiation at all. Despite that, the Ethereals have determined that we are going to do this the enlightened way, and so you have been given 2 standard days to finish whatever salvage operations you have begun on this ship, withdraw, and leave tower space, there to begin any sort of conversation with our watercast for salvage rights or whatever else it is you want from here. Caspiel then fires up the Vox again and says, 48 hours isn't a lot of time to withdraw our forces. We're going to need a little bit more than that. To which the response is, 48 hours? What are you talking about? You have 52. 2 days.
It's like a Terran day or
Yeah, not 2 human days.
You now
solar
have
day.
what you think is 52 hours, but might not be. Time has gone weird again. This time because the Tau might have a different understanding of what a day is and what an hour is relative to you. Excuse me. But either way, Admiral Thunderlane says, you have until then. After that, lamentably, if your actions result in you staying here, we will be forced to open fire. It would be regrettable if you pushed that outcome upon us. Please leave. And the Vox cuts out.
That was quite polite.
There
All
was no
things
politeness in
considering.
that at all. They are very high and mighty.
Cool. Okay, so that's where we're up to. Dyatlov is still quite keen to leave. Dyatlov kind of leans into you again, Neve, and says, I have been studying... Well, that's not great either, actually. We might need to be back on the Queen to defend it. However, I have been studying ways out. It looks like we might be able to use this ship's teleportarium. If we can get there, we don't have to fight our way back through the space hulk and whatever is there to get to our ship. We can simply teleport out. It's not without risk, but it is at least better than facing whatever is there alone.
Does Neve...
And also fast.
Would Neve have any experience with teleporters? Because it's Imperium tech, isn't it?
It is Imperium tech. Let's go for a... you're not really operating the tech, but I'll let you use either tech or, let's say, insight DN3 to figure out what you know about teleportariums.
Okay. Insight is slightly better. We'll roll that.
Let's do that. You succeed, which is the good thing, but there is a wrath complication. Let's see what kind of complication we get, and we'll factor that into the scene.
Get off your gun on the floor.
Some technology in the scene malfunctions.
Take your pick. It's everywhere.
Yeah, that's it, right? Lots of tech everywhere and lots of potential for malfunction.
A
And quite
cherub
old.
falls on you from above.
Yeah.
One
with
of
a cherub just
Roland breaks
bridging.
one of his mirrors. Yeah.
So, you definitely know about teleportariums. They are effectively what it says on the tin. They are a room where you go to teleport. Unlike a more stable sci-fi franchise like Star Trek, where teleportation is relatively safe and point to point, and there's no real problems with it. 40k teleportation is through the warp. It effectively punches a corridor from A to B, and you are projected from one to the other through the warp.
No
Okay.
yellow field either.
So Neve says, you realize that teleporting would expose us to the warp.
Yes, but we are exposed here anyway. We may as well take the risk at this point, I think. And I would rather do it with Imperial technology than unassisted.
Neve says, it's not the worst plan I've heard all day.
The other option is we go looking for a webway gate, but I don't know where they are, and I don't know where they'll go. At least I know we can get to the Queen from the teleporterium.
Neve says, all right, I need to figure out what the rest of our party is doing. Then we can... Yeah, then we can coordinate, and we might have a way. We might be able to put together a way for us all to get out of here. Unfortunately, I've been charged with a task that I've not yet completed here.
Yes.
So, just give me a moment. And Neve will walk over to the party proper. And I'm assuming she will come in the middle of she'll just sort of slink in during a conversation.
Makes sense. So you guys are all still, I'd imagine, talking about the history of St. Anthony's Fury.
Yeah.
Like, we've probably
Chilling.
noticed that Apophis has wings now, right? That's a sudden thing that popped
You guys
out.
definitely have. Apophis may not have.
Yeah, I feel like that would come up. You have a...
No,
you
I
have
mean, it's
sprout
one of those,
tubes?
like, we're just going to assume that Purpose knows what's going on. It'd be rude to say something about it.
Don't
No,
point it
Anthony's
out.
definitely just like, you smell odd and you a bit more flappy than you were
Like when you
a
point
minute
out
ago.
that there's something in someone's teeth. They'll be embarrassed if you do that.
Yeah, but they'll be embarrassed if you don't.
I
Well,
smell
it
bad and I'm a
depends.
bit more flappy.
It depends on how much you like them, I guess. Whether you want them to have that embarrassment or like, I don't know.
I don't feel well liked by Anthony right now.
You are
Neve.
very well liked. You just have extra. I mean, you have wings. Do you know you have wings?
Yes, you've seen me bring them out before. This is nothing new.
Do you have more wings? Is there more wings? She asks God.
Around. Do I see more wings?
You don't have more wings, but you know you're not currently focusing on generating your wings.
No, bruh, they're on your back. You can't see them. They're behind you.
You actually
Purpose is going
feel...
to-
Dog chasing tail.
So Neve has
Yeah.
reached up and is gently pulling on one of the feathers to make sure it's real.
Yes, see? Neve is hanging off them right now.
Grogs. Apophis is going to look skyward and yell out, "Leave me alone!" to the sky.
Neve assumes he's talking to her and just
Not you!
immediately lets go. Sorry,
Not
sorry.
You! You're fine. They are not. And
He was
once
looking
again
in
looks
the
skyward.
opposite direction.
Neve is not fine.
Neve is having a crisis. Anyway, hello, you've been hanging out with the
Can't hear you,
other
April.
little people?
You're not
Sorry, my
muted.
mic was a little bit further away.
Okay, yep.
Anyway, have you given any thought about learning more about demons?
Neve's
Trying to shove his wings back into his armor. Why do they not go back?
Neve says, well, one thing that's been weighing on my mind is why me? Why, if the one who's showing interest in me is...
Crazy.
No, Slanesh.
That's the one.
David says, not Neve.
Oh! Right.
Yep.
There's a
If
lot
they're-
about right now, I think.
Yeah. If they're all about excess, what's excessive? She looks around kind of awkwardly to all of you and says, why me? I mean, do I seem excessive? to any of you?
Perhaps you would be a good challenge.
I mean,
And the
yeah, the idea isn't
camera
isn't-
snap cuts to just this tiny person among giants and Gretchen, who is slightly taller.
I think you're misunderstanding excess and obsession. Slanesh is all things. Joy, love, happiness, obsession and everything. And excess.
Do you collect like little ceramic horses? Because that is a little bit of an obsession.
Could warrant Slanesh's eye, yes, but if there's something that you obsessively think about, you obsessively want, of course it would naturally draw the eye of Slanesh. You are also
Good.
surrounded by lackeys of Slanesh right now. And a Purvis will look over at the twins and Olin covered in mirrors.
Also, not what Gretchen is saying, but Zin is saying, like, the point is you can be tempted to excess, which is what Slanesh wants.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what the big four do.
Like,
Give me the
there
book.
is someone who could want.
Give me the book.
There's a thread to pull there.
So, yeah, Neve says, give me the book.
Oh, the book. All right. Gretchen, turn away. He will turn it around the right way and hand it over.
No, Gretchen is eyes middle distance. She's just in don't ask, don't tell mode at the moment.
That's right. Good guardsman. Good guardsman.
None of your business.
She
None
is
of my
heavily
business.
conditioned to be like this.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. I will
Neve,
hand over the
then
book.
I assume it's a
He will find you
large
therapy later.
book, like a grimoire. We're talking.
It is quite a weighty tome. It
Yeah,
is...
and Neve takes it and then realizes she's got nowhere to put it. She's packing 2 very large revolvers and a needler, and she doesn't have much room for much else. And says, "Actually, can you hang on to this just until we're off elsewhere?
Sure.
I can't carry this and shoot things at the same time."
Those things probably do come with Space Marine sized hip chains.
I was gonna say he's just gonna twitch his fingers and chains are gonna wrap around it and it's gonna sit on the other side of his hip next to his grimoire, which I don't have. Never mind, it's taking the space
This
of
is
my
where I'd
grimoire.
put my grimoire if I
had one.
He's gonna say that really loud and look at Olin.
Olin looks apologetic. Godoptrick is like, do your spell better, brother or cousin.
Fix the wards on your ship.
Get good, son.
You know we can't do that. We haven't had working wards in centuries.
Wards.
Now Neve says, "Now we have we need to determine what we're going to do next. Because she indicates the 4 of us, we still have a task that we've not completed here, but our squad mates are they are on their last leg, I would say. And if
at this point they're more of a hindrance than anything else, it's better if they leave.
I'll break the news to them. I'm sure they'll be heartbroken, but I think it's best that they leave. I was thinking there is a teleportarium nearby.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like opinions on whether that would be a sensible way to facilitate their departure.
I mean, if it still works.
If it's not
Seems
surrounded.
less fraught than walking back through the labyrinth of auras that we came through.
There are many beings on this ship that would seek off it, so we might have to fight our way to the teleportarium regardless. I'm fine either. We still have to kill those Iron Warriors no matter what.
One way or another, it sounds like the teleportarium is worth securing in any case.
I would like to see it. I like its name. It sounds fun.
Maybe it'll jog a memory. Maybe there's something there.
Oh, maybe. Maybe my cousin has left a note.
You do understand what cousin means, correct? I'm just checking.
Yes, it's someone you are sort of related to through slightly diluted blood and who you have occasional meetings with. You are sort of polite, but not super close.
I do need to make clear that I do call these men my cousins. I need you to know that we're not actually related.
Yes, sort of diluted, nebulous connections. It makes sense to me.
Our fathers are brothers, but they're not our fathers.
Okay,
so-
someone had sex with someone else. We know that much.
Is that Gretchen?
Uh,
But a Primarch
Yes.
loves you very much.
Probably, yeah.
Neve has let them carry on while she wanders back to Dyatlov and basically says, it's agreed, we're going to secure the teleportarium as a whole, and then you will return to the Queen of White Lies.
Wonderful. I have seen our new allies, and I would like off this ship.
He has no yikes left.
And
And
Neve
no
looks
eyes.
at them, looks back, and says very quietly, so that even, Yelena and the others can't hear, "Me too, but it's not an option, I'm afraid."
Alas. Well, Emperor, go with you. We will help as we can along the way, and then I am sure the sergeant will pray for us all once he is back on the ship.
Neve nods, starts to go back to the group, then pauses, turns back and says, "And maybe pray for me by name."
Yes, we will. I will
I
make
mean,
sure he does.
I thought you would anyway, but
You and Gretchen are foremost in the sergeant's prayers on this ship, I am sure.
appreciate it.
The
All
others
right.
seem to have other patrons.
Yes. However, you're not off the ship yet, so expect you still expect you to fight and do your bit, as we all are. We'll just come up with a plan and move on.
Yes, Vestroyan Firstborn. First in, last out. Well, not last out, but, still in for now.
Last out who count.
Very good. Alrighty. So, Jatlov is now set up. He goes about sort of getting Queenie ready to assist the sergeant. He's helping Elena. Everyone is ready to move when you're ready to. Now I guess it's just time to figure out exactly how you're going to go about doing that. You've decided that the teleportarium is a good place to go.
Yeah, we did get where it was when we did the cockpit
Yes,
search,
you've
didn't
got
we?
like a rough map that kind of Dragon Ages you from one place to the next. So I don't have a fixed like turn left here, turn right here kind of map, but you do know where to go to get there from here.
Good.
Yup.
As you're kind of recollecting and I guess sort of starting to reintegrate with Katoptrick and the twins, you find that the twins are also kind of absentmindedly, weirdly, for someone who used to have the title of librarian, Lord Esoterrorist Katoptrick is negative interested in books. He is just sitting around kind of effectively looking at himself in the little shards of glass that he's pulled off Elena's armor. And kind of phasing into those. Yeah. And I guess a little bit
He's
consulting the
probably
war.
seen a lot of books in his time, and
That's true.
they all look pretty similar.
The twins, meanwhile, are absentmindedly flicking through books, and Joy kind of pipes up and says, the Imperium. It's an interesting place, but the morals are quite set. You can either submit to them or be crushed by them. Then Rapture replies, yes, and chaos allows you great freedom, but it allows us all great freedom, and so the worst of us end up over here. Decisions. Brother, would you ever go back to the Emperor? What? If you had the choice, would you turn your back on all this and return to the Emperor's vault? Of course not. I'm perfect now. I was imperfect then. Now I am made complete. And you see that as Rapture is talking, his jaw splits a little bit, and a tongue about the length of Gretchen rolls out and venoms around a little bit before rolling back into the mouth.
Perfection.
Just
I
randomly
taste
will
iron
shuffle
on the
away.
air.
Oh, he's scenting for Iron Warriors. That's kind of gross.
Ugh.
Joy, meanwhile, inflates his olfactory kind of extras and goes, "Yes, brother, I think we can track them. Seems like they were headed... Oh, how fun! To the teleportarium. Time to resolve that issue, then."
All right then. Prince, Olin, come on.
Yes. Off they go. Sorry. The twins kind of take a moment. Joy seems really Joy seems very contemplative as he puts his book back, but shakes it off, pulls the giant sword from his back, and is now ready to go.
He's the thoughtful one.
Yes, he's the one who thinks.
Mm.
Katoptrik is quite happy to lead the way. He is heavily ensconced in Terminator armor and reasonably happy to move. As he walks past the two dead Iron Warriors in the breach, he has a bit of a look and says, "Oh, sister, this one might interest you."
Oh,
Me?
you're the only sister here, sister.
Oh.
As you look,
Yes.
you see this Iron Warrior isn't quite dead. Whatever shard of glass has gone through and severed most of his brain function has not completely extinguished the spark of life from this stubborn jerk. They are clearly still trying to move, and a hand is fractionally moving towards a combat blade sheathed at his belt.
This one less fun because he is quite incapacitated, but
Are you gonna
I feel
ruffle
like we
stomp
should
him?
put him out of his misery.
I would be careful with Iron Warriors, sister. A dead Iron Warrior is the best Iron Warrior, so...
Yeah, she will use her gun for this one.
Fair.
Smashing a man while he's down just feels less,
That's fair. We'll just roll the wrath die on this one, so 1d6, and we'll see kind of if something goes terribly sideways.
And that's why you're with Corn, because Corn's all about honor.
Hmm.
Iron Warriors are not. They would absolutely kick you when you're down and stab
No,
you in the
correct.
back.
On a 3, nothing particularly untowards happens. You do indeed
Slam the
send
die.
this Iron Warrior to whatever afterlife awaits them. As you do, though, Neve's machine spirit malfunction from earlier finally kicks in.
Hey.
And as the Iron Warrior kind of dies and the highly pressurized blood of an Astartes erupts from the neck seal in his armor, the lighting fails in the chapel.
Oh.
And
Oh,
as
okay.
the lighting fails and shifts, that giant statue of the living saint with the wings out behind her kind of changes a little bit in the half light, and the tarps that had fallen kind of around and behind it turn the wings a little more chiropteran than angelic. They
Don't
turn
blink.
bat-like. Sorry?
Don't blink.
Yes,
Mm.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And the kind of shadows cast horns upon the saint's head, and the mastiff gains a frill around its neck and a slightly scalier look. But it's only for a moment. The lights soon resume, and it goes back to normal.
Everything's fine.
Ew.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, she's just gonna blink that one off.
Cool.
She's forgotten her
Listen.
glasses.
This is a weird place.
It is, sister.
That said, this is a weird universe. Not one normal feeling thing has happened in the 4 days I have been alive.
That's
Born
fair.
almost yesterday.
Chaos is normal for us.
Yes.
Setting the bar for normal in a very odd place.
So,
Send them off to the teleportarium.
off you go to the teleportarium. The good news is you now have Sergeant Baines with you, and even in his quite shell-shocked state, he is able to point out the traps that he has laid. So you won't have that issue going forwards anymore.
Nice.
I will still
Mind
get...
that turn.
Yeah, that's it, right? Watch out for the...
Oop.
Watch out for the thing. Yeah, don't. You sort of move past a place and he goes, don't step on that panel. Just don't. And you all move past it quite comfortably.
Nice.
What I will get though is a. What do we normally use for tracking? Survival.
Survival. Yep,
Whoever's
I'm rolling
kind of
it.
just to get us to the teleportarium comfortably.
Yep. Rolling deep.
Ooh.
Yep, 6 successes, so definitely kill it.
Nice orange.
There are no real problems getting to the teleportarium. The only thing that happens is probably about halfway there. Neve, your Auspex starts pinging.
Hey.
And
they
there's
have a
fairly
trench?
obviously there is fairly obviously an established kind of, well, like you come to like a T junction, no, not a T junction, sorry, a cross junction, and you're moving through, and then off to the right, your Auspex starts pinging, indicating that there's a non-zero number of rather large objects over there moving around, largely in the same place. You suspect that they've given what Apophis and Katoptric and the twins know of Iron Warriors, they kind of point out that they'll probably dug in. They're unlikely to try and ambush you directly from here. But it is a bunch of enemy combatants that you don't necessarily want to leave undealt with. And so the twins, well, Joy pipes up and says, "Allow us. We'll sort this one out."
By yourselves.
I mean, they are
well,
perfect.
How many Iron Warriors are there?
Not
Neve checking the
enough.
Auspex, there's 4.
4. 4.
4's not a problem.
2 each, I suppose.
At which point, Katoptric steps forward and says, "Actually, why don't I handle them? The twins can stay with you. We'll regroup later, cousin."
Very well. You I worry less about.
Wonderful. And so the large pink refrigerator storms off down the hallway to deal with that particular problem.
That's a line.
So now it's just you and the twins.
Game now. Yay!
Jory?
Onwards, cousin. Yes. I can taste them getting closer now. And soon you're at the teleportarium.
Cool.
What horrors
It
await
is-
us inside?
It is a rather ornate door, as you might expect. Whereas a lot of the like captain's doors and other things that you've had have big friezes on them of Imperial Saints doing things, the Emperor doing things, this room has a much more, or this door, sorry, I should say, has a much more techno-grunge vibe to it. It is still ornate, it is still huge, it is still intricate, but instead of being like the Emperor slaying the Serpent Horus or something like that, what you have on here is a giant skull with one half
I was going to
slightly
say,
undersized.
there's more cogs here.
Yes, exactly right. Wrapped inside a cog. And then it's split half and half, jet black and pure white, although the white has since faded and gone a bit funky in the intervening years that the St. Anthony's Fury has been here. But this is very obviously an Adeptus Mechanicus sort of door / access portal.
Zune.
And there you are.
Nerds live here.
Nerds do indeed. Well, nerds lived here.
Yeah.
Whether or not they still do is the question.
Yeah,
Once
probably
upon a
not.
time, nerds lived here.
It's once there were nerds.
Mm-hmm. Door is shut, yes.
The door is indeed shut.
The way it's shut.
Iron Warriors have been in there fucking shit around. It's probably all scary and shit in there. Or it's not. It's either going to be really scary or it's going to be completely fine.
I mean, they might be keeping it intact so that they can beam themselves into other ships.
What's up the
Iron
Auspex?
Warriors do stuff, man.
Yes. So Neve, checking the Auspex. Make a DN3 tech check to sort of parse what's going on. Comfortably so. So you've got a shift as well.
More information,
More info.
please.
Yeah. So you definitely get 3 Iron Warriors or 3 Iron Warriors sized Auspex pings in the room. They are definitely set up in what you recognize as a defensive formation. Two of them are kind of towards the edge of the room. You suspect that there are barricades in place or some sort of structure that they're hiding behind.
Just a wall.
Exactly right, some kind of wall that they're working with. The third one is standing in the middle of the room, next to an object that's about double their size.
Don't like that.
Which is also kind of not moving, but it is giving off a low-level mechanical kind of signal. So you're getting the electromagnetic readings out of it.
That'll be a turret.
Or a bomb.
Fucking teleportation, nightmare, demon, conglomerate.
Possibly that also. All of the above.
So many things it could be. Knowing Iron Warriors.
So Neve says, and she's keeping her voice low, they're expecting us, they're dug in, and they've got something.
Wonderful. Classic Iron Warriors, then. Great.
In fact, with the shift, they've got two somethings.
Ah.
One of them is definitely... I don't know how you get this off the Auspex, but one of them is definitely more support than combat. They're certainly building something in there, and there's I guess the way that you pick it up is that it's tied into the St. Anthony's Fury's energy grid. It is drawing power from the ship. They're building something in there, and they have something in there.
How rude. Using my cousin's ship against me?
Neve.
That's what they're doing, sister.
Can't leave that unpunished.
Neve is going to direct this to the squaddies because they know they're probably a little more familiar with operations aboard an Imperial ship. Could we cut power to the teleporter room, but just temporarily because we need to power the teleporters later?
They all think none of them are Mechanicus.
Yeah, this isn't really their field.
Tech priests, so they're kind of, having said that, they are all ex-Imperial Guard, and nobody jury-rigs anything like the Imperial Guard. They are very good at doing things that tech priests would shoot them for if they ever found out they were doing it.
We're not supposed to touch these. However,
yeah, exactly. And you know, Sergeant Baines has been working with this ship for quite a while.
He's been doing stuff.
And so they think about it and they say, between them, possible if the ship were at full capacity, perhaps. Like if the ship were fresh out of dock, we could reliably cut the power and reroute it. But Queenie points out if we don't know what's working. If we cut the power here, we don't know what we can.
The cables might be intestines.
A, the cables might be intestines, and B, the cables might be cut elsewhere. We don't know what's still working on this ship, and it would take weeks to figure out exactly what we could reroute.
Neve says, "Oh well, it was a pipe dream, perhaps."
However, Elena sort of pipes up from kind of the back somewhere, being carried by Queenie. We might try one of the service ducts.
Yo, you could be in the vents. That's
Neve.
very naive.
I was trying to think of like I don't work in events. So I couldn't. Nothing crystallized.
No, I know what a TV dinner feels like.
Neve says, would be nice to go somewhere where they couldn't fit.
Certainly being in the vents is somewhere that you don't usually find Space Marines.
Not typically, but we can certainly send fire down vents. If they catch you or they find out, they will absolutely multi-melt you, so do be careful.
And Neve says, well, how about I get a vantage point, but I do not engage until you've already got their attention.
It's dangerous. I will not lie.
Neve says, I'm not sure I'd be safer standing among you in the middle of this fight.
There are many things that could go wrong in many places in a space hulk. There's also a mandrake that we don't know where they are. So do keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, those guys might be in the vents, hey. They probably like vents.
Neve says,
Fine line between brave and foolish, but always fun to find out which it is.
Neve says, well, I'd feel a little better if I wasn't going alone. Volunteers?
You can take G and Gish with you if you want. They can light the way.
No
We
offense.
help.
No offense, but they don't necessarily make me feel more relaxed.
Dyatlov pipes up and says, I am going to be of limited use in open spaces anyway. Why not put me in an event?
Neve says,
I can
"All
go
right,
with you.
I'll be your
Okay,
eyes."
go with is better than just sending one of you. Okay, 2 is good. 2 is better.
Yeah.
Neve says, all right, I'll be your eyes. And we'll pop some heads.
Wonderful. Cool. So we've got the vent sorted out. Is everyone else just going in through the front door?
Yeah, I think so.
Hang on, I want to cast a spell before I go.
Probably want to pop a smoke grenade in there.
Neve will already be getting ready to get into the vents before any spells are cast. She's
Yes. So I guess let's make a stealth check for Neve for how effectively you managed to hide.
yes.
For reasons completely unrelated to anything, does Neve have anything that defeats Auspex pings?
Probably not.
I don't have anti-Orspec spell, sadly.
No. Not that
Okay.
I can see.
Please make your stealth check.
Ooh.
4 successes and a complication. All right, what's our complication? Let's see what the
Okay.
general theme
I
of
will.
it is.
I am also going to re-roll that.
Yes, good call.
It's a bit better.
Okay, 8 successes. Wonderful.
But what's the complication? Is that a machine spirit? No, past problems.
Past problems.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. With 8 successes on your stealth check, you have got the impression from everybody talking so far that the Iron Warriors are no joke, and you are timing your movements with, like, movement of machinery in the teleportarium, with the jangling of the damp chains that inhabit Imperial ships. You are basically trying to mask yourself behind other sounds and movements and that sort of thing, and you think you're doing a reasonably good job of that. However, as that starts, or as you're doing that, and as you're sort of making a pretty good job of it, and Jatlov's moving into position similarly and doing okay, the lights give out in the service duct that you're in. And suddenly you are reminded that there is a mandrake somewhere on this ship that would love to...
And he loves that light flickering shit.
That's right, that thrives in darkness.
Dramatic bastards.
And has it out for you.
Yes. And so that is kind of what is affecting Neve at the moment. Your past problem is the mandrake might be nearby, and that is throwing you a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that
semi-challenge that bloke.
Mechanically, I'm going to say that her awareness, if she needs to make any sort of awareness checks versus the Iron Wolves, the
Iron Warriors.
Iron Warriors, she's going to be a bit distracted by other possible threats.
Yep.
But I would also like to use my 2 shifts from my stealth roll to be even more successful at stealthing.
Yes, that's kind of what I figured we would do. So yes, we're doing that for more success. So you are able to move into a position where you think you've moved in reasonably undetected at this point.
Okay.
Let me just quickly double check the passive awareness of some Iron Warriors and the active awareness of the guy with the Auspex.
And Neve will be the first to look into the chamber if she gets that far. Because she actually has the kind of peripheral vision that Dyatlov doesn't have at the moment.
Yes, correct. So yes, go ahead and make an awareness check. Let's just make it. Let's make it DN3, but with 2. Let's bump it up to 5 because you are distracted.
Yep.
Looking behind you.
Another
Okay, 9 successes
complication.
is still a success, but a wrath complication. So what happens?
It's a lost item.
The vans clank, 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 clank.
You are looking into the area. You see exactly what you're expecting to see in terms of there are Iron Warriors set up. They are in defensible positions. One of them is not. One of them is basically dead center of the teleportation circle, where there is a growth, a building of some kind of spike effectively has been erected here. It's not organic in any way, shape, or form, but it is a bit of a mishmash of basically whatever tech the Iron Warriors could salvage. You notice some parts that look like they're probably from their Dreadclaw drop pod, some parts from St. Anthony's Fury. There's even some Wraithbone circuitry laid in. So whoever's been tinkering with this knows enough about Eldar shit to work that into the system as well. Somewhere in that mess, you see that there is some kind of movement as well. So someone or something is inside of that spike.
Yo, have they got a tech priest?
Next to the Iron Warrior standing in the middle of the teleportation circle, who I should say, because you rolled super well on your awareness check, is the one with the giant chain axe, and also a backpack that looks substantially different to everyone else's. Everyone else has your standard Astartes power pack. His looks like he's got 2 jet turbines strapped to his back. He is standing next to both that spike of tech that is doing something, you think, and also something that you may not necessarily immediately recognize, but you do understand the purpose of it. It is a combat robot, is the best way to summarize it. It is squat, it is thick, it has heavy armor plating on the front. One shoulder has a weapon of some kind mounted to it. It looks like it's some kind of dark tech that no longer exists in the Imperium. The arms are effectively hydraulic pincers, and underneath each one is a bolter. And it is standing stock still, but it is definitely the thing that is returning all of the energy readings that you were getting from inside the teleportarium.
Sorry.
And then as you are getting all of that information, the tape on your Auspex finally gives out. And it clanks out of the vent and rattles down the side of the teleportarium. Not enough to alert the Iron Warriors. There's enough noise going on that they haven't really picked it up. But your Auspex has scattered off down, and you're going to have to find it later if you want it. And that's the tech you lose.
Okay.
Shit.
A lot of stuff in there. The Iron Warriors.
Well, Neve will just, double tap the scarab to let Gretchen know that she and Dyatlov are in position. And it's just radio silence. They're just waiting. Neve and Dyatlov are now just waiting for the cue to act.
Perfect. What's everyone else doing?
Spell,
I mean-
a spell.
Yeah, look, Gretchen's ready to charge when the boss says so.
The hammer has been prepped.
Glorious. Everyone else is just going in through the front door?
I think so.
I gotta cast my spell first. Hang on.
Yes,
After the
correct.
wizard does the thing.
I guess I just have to make a psychic mastery test.
Yes, for...
My phantom form.
Ooh.
Cool.
DN7.
Okay, off you go.
God.
That is a failure, in fact, with 2 dice, but are you going to use a wrath die? Or a glory
I'd
die?
like to use my wrath die.
Yes, off you go.
How do I do it with this one? Reroll failed, yeah?
Yes, right click, reroll failed.
Yes, perfect. Oh, a bit bloody better, Jesus.
Okay. So yes, with 9 successes, you are absolutely a-okay. Can you please roll 1d6 for me to reroll your wrath die, because Sister Anthony's voice of the Aurelian basically forces you to reroll that one.
Oh, cool. 3.
So nothing happens. It's all good. Basically, if it was a 1, basically it sort of triggers Perils of the Warp more frequently for you,
Cool. Hell yeah.
which is very funny. But your Phantom form is a-okay. You can apply your Phantom form without any trouble.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So
just
as
pinging complications at each other.
Mhm.
we really are, it's great. I love it. Purpose starts to, I guess, mist a little bit,
Mhm.
and he looks to Gretchen. Gretchen.
Alrighty, well, she's locked and loaded and ready to hit with the fire.
Right. Yes. I will be gone for a second, but I will be back, and until I am back, Sister Anthony will lead the charge. So good luck.
Salute.
And he is going to mist through the floor.
Okay. Cool.
Good thing that
Apophis
good
has-
thing that Apophis is the boss, because otherwise that'd be heresy.
Yeah. Sorry about it.
Perfect. So, Neve is in place, Jatlov's in place, Apophis is in place,
Mm-hmm.
everyone else is in place, I would imagine.
Yep.
Wonderful. Sister Anthony, are you kicking the door down?
Yep.
It
She
would
is
be
good
my
at
honor.
opening doors.
Please go
Alrighty.
ahead and make a DN5 athletics check
Yeah, show that door who's boss.
Right.
to boot the door in.
Mhm.
Yes.
Do we have any flashbangs or anything like that?
She does have a lot of nades.
I
Lots of
have
grenades,
a lot
but I
of
don't think
grenades on
any-
my belt. Well,
Mostly
some.
frag and crack, though. I don't think you've got any flashbang or smoke.
I mean,
No,
frag
mine
is
all
sort of
go
like
boom.
smoke.
There will be a bit of a crater, but after that, there will be smoke.
I'm just wondering if it's worth spending a glory point to say that we prepped something.
Sure.
I mean, we hadn't got to how she kicks the door down, so it could be with a grenade in one fist.
Just remember, we're fighting Iron Warriors.
Yeah, actually, did we check the
They're
door for
very
traps?
smart. Yeah. Maybe that actually is not a bad idea.
Yeah, probably
Maybe we should
saying...
retcon that.
Maybe that's the glory point.
I mean, we have several, so.
Yeah,
That's true.
And it is glory point spending time a night.
It is.
Point
It
spending
is.
time.
I mean, we've
Are you
got the
spending a
rest
glory
of...
point to retroactively check for traps?
Yeah, look, we've got
Yes.
the rest of the usuals with us, don't we?
You do, yes.
Yeah, so we could have them look and see if there's any.
Yeah, if any of
That is
them
true.
has good traps finding skills, they should do it,
Queenie,
because I do
surely.
not.
So,
Purpose also would like to not be anywhere near her, so.
Oh wait, what is it? Survival? No, I've got points in survival.
If it's survival, I got kick-ass survival.
Oh yeah, you do it then.
let's make it survival, and I'll give you 2 bonus dice for the regulars helping out.
Okay, alrighty.
Baines is a master of
But
stuff now.
we will
Bad
make
my
it
rolls
tricky,
are
so it's going to
Yep.
be DN5.
DN5. Okay, come on, Gretchen.
Go, Gretchen!
Show us what you got.
Woohoo.
6 successes.
Hey!
And you get your
And
glory,
that's
glory point
critical.
back anyway. Yeah.
Fuck
Hey,
yeah!
how's that?
Very
Good
nice.
news, there are in fact traps.
Okay.
Ah! You nearly! You
Nice.
nearly! Fucking Iron Warriors.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Gretchen, you have seen this trick before. There is a tiny strip of tape, effectively, in between the two, or in between like the joint of the doors. You can't really see what's on the other side, but you've seen this trick before. This is basically like a breaching charge has been stuck on the back of the door, and the trigger has been tied to that strip of tape. So when the tape moves, because the door has been opened, a large explosion goes off in the face of whoever opened the door.
I see. So we like tie a string to that and step back, do we?
I mean, that's one way to open the door.
It
Can we get the
would.
Mandrake to open the door? Oh, Mandrake.
Oh, look, there's juicy people who said that you were a wuss just behind that door.
I heard there's skinning ladies down there.
Yeah, I reckon doing the tooth yank and pulling that out to use it as a demo charge would be pretty sick.
Cool. Go ahead and... No, you made the survival check. That's fine. And with a wrath critical, that is a-okay. You're able to tie that off without too much trouble.
Yeah. You know what? Gretchen would be absolute shit-eating grin at this point. She's like, watch this.
Everyone takes cover. The twins don't. They just stand next to the door. They're standing on
Well,
either side of it.
I'm facing away from it because it's going to explode because they're cool guys.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. That's right. One
I
of them
love
has produced
pain.
sunglasses
They
from
just
somewhere.
both, yeah.
They're
Fine,
they're
don't worry
posing
about them.
preemptively.
They are absolutely JoJoing all over the place.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
these
Oh
guys
man,
are Team
they
Rocket.
are going to
Basically.
enter that room pelvis first. JoJoing is what those guys do.
Yes, correct.
Yep, absolutely. Alrighty. Well, we blow the door using their own armaments.
Cool. So Gretchen pulls the cord. The
Yeah.
breaching charge goes off. There's a large explosion. There's a bit of a rattle. In fact, let's say the rattle of the breaching charge goes off at the same time that Neve's Auspex drops. So that it's kind of covered, which is perfect. And with all of the smoke and debris, the main problem is that breaching charge is set up to blow the doors outward. So everybody is probably going to have to make some kind of check to move over the rubble of the doors as they go in. But as the rubble of the door blows out, and as the smoke starts to clear and combat is just about to be joined, that's where we're going to end our session for today, because my voice is starting to give out.
Yeah. I was gonna
And,
say,
you
you
know,
poor bastard.
starting a combat
You son
at
of a bitch.
10:10 at night is maybe not the best option.
Yeah,
So,
ill-advised.
with a trio of Iron Warriors and a giant battle robot sitting in the corner, we will be back with you next week to see what happens with our adventurers. Thank you very much. Bye.